Good morning from the beautiful islands of the Philippines, Puerto Galera, Puerto Galera. How's everybody doing out there? We're doing great. About 8:30, we're heading out at 9 o'clock for our first dive of the day. The weather today, the weather this morning, here, little on the cloudy side. Yesterday was a nice day, but we didn't go out. That's okay, no big deal. Anyways, we're gonna head supposedly that way today. Check out what's over there. There is just kind of one thing I wanted to check out. It's on the things that I wanted to do here is giant clams. There's giant clams here. So I want to definitely want to see that. Everything else, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I really don't care where we go. It's just so beautiful underneath the water. So far, the census from you guys is voiceover. So I'll do that. You know what? Some people said, oh, you should, know what the fish are and the reefs are and the coral and this and that and this and that. Well, okay. There's so much. It's just so much. I mean, I'd have to do a lot of studying, a lot of researching, and I mean, some of the fish you see are just constantly everywhere you go. But yeah, I should learn more, which I'm beginning. I'll get there. But anyways, yeah, it's just the other day when I was under the water, I was just, my mind was like, oh my God, look where I'm at. Like, look where I'm at. I know there's people out there that they want to get here, they want to visit here, some want to retire here. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. I know there's people that are, they're planning to retire, but, they can't get here now. Hang in there. Hang in there. Like I said, there's a lot of times here where I've just kind of looked around my surroundings and it's like, look where I'm at in life. I mean, I never thought I'd be here. I never thought I'd be experiencing something like this. And, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm thankful. So anyways, enough of that. The dive masters down there. Here's a trick. I know somebody said, spit in your mask, it'll clear up the fogging. Well, they're down there with a candle, and they're doing the candle method. So anyways, we can get ready here and go out and do this dive. All right, so here we are. We're on the boat heading out to where we got to go. Dive master. There's Danny B. There's the Lut. There's our boat captain. Here we're coming up to Cocoa Beach. If you've been here and you've heard of Cocoa Beach, there's Cocoa Beach on the left. And I was told it was closed. That's what they said. And here we are. You know what? There's this island to the left, off the main island. I seen this wire running across it, and I said to the guy, "Is that a zip line?" He said, "No, not a zip line." He goes, "It's a power line." So that was a power line feeding that island. Now we're coming up to the area where we're going to dive. Guys, we are diving at the giant clam area. I mean, I've wanted to do this. Here I am checking my gear, getting ready to go. The old backward splash. Here we go. I'm ready. Boom. There is no graceful way. I mean, you just fall back and it's just not graceful. Here we go. Here's Lut here. She is swimming along, Little Mermaid. There's that ever elusive blue starfish. They're all over the place. They're everywhere. Came across these guys. They were all bunched together. And I've seen them before, but I just think the colors are beautiful. Then here we are. Here's the giant clam. And this thing they're massive. I can't even describe how big they are. But yeah, they're protected. They have people that do watch them. Here was a bunch of them in a row. kind of just swam over top of them, checking them out. I mean, it's just amazing. But the giant clams is in the area there. Just cool. I mean, can you imagine the power in those clams if they were to close? But look at that. Beautiful. Of course, sadly, people do dig them out. People do destroy them. People take the meat out of them. That was Cage, sadly. And I came across this guy, Mr. Camouflage. See him down there? I just think those are pretty cool how they camouflage in. But a black starfish. I've never seen a black starfish. So of course I had to check out the black starfish. Then we came across this huge alien pod. I'm calling him the alien pod. There is a word for him. But this thing was massive. So I swam up and I swam over it. You guys will see how big it is here in a second. Huge. There I am. You know, I'm 5'11". This thing had to be over 6 foot. Biggest one I've ever seen so far. Then this thing was just cool. It was all black. No, it was like a real dark green. Really cool. Then these guys. I just had fun with these guys. The clownfish. I was near their house, their little water house there, and they didn't like it. And they let me know, and they were coming up. They were like, get out of here, leave us alone, get out of my house, you're not welcome. But they were just so cool. I mean, they were probably 6 inches from my face. And then I came across this happy family here. They're looking, stay away, stay away, stay away. And here they come up at me again. These guys were just entertaining to me. Awesome. These guys were cool. All right, guys, we just got back from our first dive. Once again, a beautiful diving area. We were looking straight out. We were to the left there, back in that way. Took us maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to get back in there. That's what's nice about diving around this area. Everything's kind of like right here. You're not on the boat for a half hour, 45 minutes. It's all right here. It was nice there. There wasn't tons and tons and tons like coral upon coral upon coral. You'd have like patches of coral, then you have a sandy bottom and coral and sandy bottom. But it was fun. At one point, I even went down to the bottom of the sand and kind of swam along the bottom of the sandy area there to see if I could find anything new, any creatures hiding down in there. I don't know, muck diving, is that what you call it? Anyways, it was fun. We had a great time. 45 minutes, it's like 45 minutes seems to be it. Once you're down 45 minutes, you got to come up. I had 80 bars, so that was good for probably another 15 minutes or so. But anyways, that was fun. So now we're getting ready to go out on the third dive. Second dive, sorry, I said third, second dive. All right, so here we are on our second dive. You can see the water is really choppy. It was pretty rough right there. But this was where we were entering the water to go to a hole in the wall. It's called a hole in the wall. There we are descending. There's Lut. I didn't know where anybody else was, but I did find my little mermaid. Of course, the ever elusive blue starfish. There he is again. I think this guy just moves from point to point. There's a dive master. I caught up with him because the current was rough, and it was like, you know what? Let me find the dive master. He's just kind of doing his own thing there. And of course, there it was, the hole in the wall. The current was so strong, we couldn't get into position to properly go through it, so it didn't happen. There's some beautiful fish. The whole time, guys, the whole time I was fighting this current. Just some more beautiful fish. What else? Coming up. Oh, this little guy here. All by himself. I've filmed him before, but I just think he's neat. You know, they don't swim in groups. They just kind of swim by themselves. And I'm trying to follow him, trying to film him, and he's running. While I was down there fighting the current, guess what I found? Some type of hair treatment plastic. Picked it up. That was good. And then from here, disaster kind of strikes. At this point in time, I was not happy. Well, I will explain what was going on. All right, guys, so let me explain kind of what happened. I've calmed down some, but trust me, I was not a happy camper. You guys seen in the video, we were going out there. The water was pretty choppy. Okay, whatever, no big deal. And he did tell us that, you know, hey, we're going to go into, we're going to drift. We're going to drift dive. Okay, I've never done that before. Let's do a little drift dive. I got in the water, started descending down, and I could feel the current just pulling me. And I'm looking around, I don't see anybody. All of a sudden I spot Lut. So I kind of go down to Lut, and I'm looking at Lut, and I could see the current pulling her too. Then I turned around and I'm looking. I don't see anybody. Dive master, I don't see the other two guys that got a lot more experience than Lut and I. And I'm looking at Lut like, okay, now what? The two rookies are here. Then all of a sudden, yeah, we found, you know, the dive master comes over, and so we're kind of going along, we're descending down, and the whole time I can feel the current. And I thought we were just going to drift with the current, you know, but the current's just pulling and pulling, and I'm not swimming directly into the current. I'm swimming on an angle like we're taught, and I'm struggling. Then all of a sudden we get out of the current. Like, okay, do a little filming. Next thing you know, another current, or in this other current, and I'm trying to get away because the current's pulling me right into a coral, like right into some coral. I'm like, well, I don't want to touch the coral. Boom! I didn't have a choice. The current just slammed me into the coral. I was literally stuck there for a little bit until I pushed myself off, swam down to the hole in the wall, and like I said in the video, like the current was too strong. We couldn't even get into position to get through there. So then we kind of went a little bit. There wasn't too much. All of a sudden, more current, and I'm struggling. Like I'm kicking, and like I said, I'm not swimming directly into the current, but it's pushing me, and it's pushing me, and it's pulling me. And I look over to the side, and like I could see, like the coral area just kind of like drop off. And I looked over and looked down, and it was like blue, like that aqua blue. It was like the abyss, and I'm like, holy shit, is this thing going to take me over and drop me into the abyss? Next thing you know, I feel somebody shove me on my back. I'm like, what? They shoved me again and pushed me down. I turn around, it's my boy Denny. I'm like, okay. He pushed me down by the coral, and I grabbed a hold of the coral so I wouldn't get pulled out. Yeah, you're not supposed to touch the coral, but you know what? When my life's in danger, I'm holding on. You know, I didn't grab anything. It was a pretty big sized piece of coral that I kind of grabbed to the side. I had my gloves on, left there, managed to get out of there, started dropping down, doing some, you know, looking around. Then I found that piece of garbage. As soon as I found that piece of garbage, started, you know, kind of swimming in another area, current again. And I'm like kicking and kicking and kicking, trying to fight this current. And I'm like, this ain't fun. This is not fun. I'm breathing heavy. I mean, it wasn't like, okay, I'm panicking, I can't. I'm not having fun. To me, I'm not having fun. And I'm like, where's this dive instructor? And then all of a sudden, there he comes, and I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, you know, I'm up, I'm up. And then he grabs a hold of me, and I'm like, dude. Then he grabs me again, and I'm like, and I'm yelling at him out, don't touch me, man, don't touch me. I'm like, I'm okay, we're going up. And finally, you know, everybody was like, yeah, we're going up, we're going up. I got up to the top. As soon as I got up to the top, I yelled at that dive instructor. It's like, dude, and I don't curse much, you guys know this. Like, dude, are you trying to fucking kill me? Come on, you should know this stuff. You know that me and my wife, we are not experienced divers. You should have known. You should have maybe got us out of that area, or assessed the situation like, nah, you know. Now the other guy, he got more experience than me and Lit and boy, Denny combined. But I was not happy. I was not happy at that dive instructor. You know, it's my life in his hands. He's the one that needs to take us to where we got to go. Somebody might say, oh, that wasn't a dangerous area. But, well, you know what? For me, it was because of the inexperience. But no, I was not a happy camper. And I was pissed for a while, too. I don't know. Like I said, to me, the dive instructor is the guy that should have assessed the situation. But like I did say, you know, that was about a 300 peso dive with a million learning experiences in it. So anyways, guys, that's enough of me rambling. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day. Like I said, I've calmed down. I'm not mad anymore. Not upset anymore. Learning experience. So anyways, with that being said, you guys take care of yourself, take care of each other, the sick, the elderly, and the young. And with that, we'll talk to you later.